This video is about famous Hollywood celebrities and people who passed away in January 2001 in the United States. Before we proceed, please subscribe to our channel to support us. Sally Mazfield. She was born in December 1923 and she died in January 2001. Her age was 77 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was lung cancer. Sally Mazfield was a television actress best known for playing Vanna Ray in the sci-fi series Rocky Jones, Space Ranger during the 1950s. Her poise and strength as a female character on a space crew were considered groundbreaking at the time. She also had a long career in stage and screen. Virginia O'Brien. She was born in April 1919 and she died in January 2001. Her age was 81 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was heart attack. Virginia O'Brien was a comedian and singer known for her unique deadpan style in classic MGM musicals. Dubbed Miss Deadpan, she played comedic supporting roles in films during the 1940s. Her unusual stage persona and musical charm made her a standout in Hollywood's golden age. Sandy Barron. He was born in May 1936 and he died in January 2001. His age was 64 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was emphysema. Sandy Barron was a sharp-witted stand-up comic and television actor best known to modern audiences as Jack Klumpus on Seinfeld. Earlier in his career, he hosted comedy shows and appeared on Broadway. His brash humor and New York flair made him a memorable character actor. Bob Brun. He was born in April 1929 and he died in January 2001. His age was 71 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cancer. Bob Brun was a beloved talk show host and media personality in Cincinnati, Ohio. His long-running local program became a staple of regional entertainment. With a warm demeanor and strong rapport with guests, he built deep connections with his audiences over several decades. Louis Trais. He was born in August 1949 and he died in January 2001. His age was 51 at the time of his death, and he took his own life. Louis Trais, known as John Winter in racing circles, was a successful German driver who won several endurance racing titles including Le Mans. Later he turned to business but struggled with mental health issues. His tragic death shocked the racing community. William Hewlett. He was born in May 1913 and he died in January 2001. His age was 87 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart failure. William Hewlett was a co-founder of Hewlett-Packard HP, one of the world's leading tech companies, a pioneer in Silicon Valley. He helped revolutionize computing and electronics. Known for his philanthropic efforts, he also gave millions to education and conservation causes. Maxine Messenger. She was born in December 1925 and she died in January 2001. Her age was 75 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death were complications of multiple sclerosis. Maxine Messenger was a celebrated gossip columnist in Houston whose Big City Beat column chronicled high society over 30 years. Known as the First Lady of Houston society, she wielded great influence in the city's social scene and was respected for her wit and tenacity. Roy Brown. He was born in July 1932 and he died in January 2001. His age was 68 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was congestive heart failure. Roy Brown was an American television personality, puppeteer, clown, and artist known for playing Cookie the Cook, also Cookie the Clown, on Chicago's Bozo Circus. Brown's first puppet contribution to the show made his debut on Christmas Day 1953. Dorothy M Horseman. She was born in July 1911 and she died in January 2001. Her age was 89 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death were complications of Alzheimer's disease. Dr. Dorothy Horseman was a groundbreaking medical researcher whose work was crucial in the fight against polio. She was the first woman to receive a professorship at Yale School of Medicine and significantly contributed to virology and epidemiology. Her research influenced vaccine development worldwide. Leonard Woodcock. He was born in February 1911 and he died in January 2001. His age was 89 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Leonard Woodcock led the United Auto Workers UAW union during a critical time of labor negotiations and international relations. Later, he became the first United States ambassador to China since the 1949 Communist Revolution, playing a pivotal role in United States-China diplomacy. Frances Bible. She was born in January 1919 and she died in January 2001. Her age was 82 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. Frances Bible was a distinguished American mezzo-soprano known for her performances with the New York City Opera. Her interpretation of operatic roles were praised for both vocal technique and dramatic expression. She remained a respected figure in American opera for decades. Jack McDuff. He was born in September 1926 and he died in January 2001. His age was 74 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart failure. Jack McDuff was a leading figure in the soul, jazz, and hard bop scenes, known for his masterful Hammond B3 organ work. His music fused gospel, blues, and jazz into a vibrant groove. Collaborating with George Benson and other greats, McDuff's influence extended across generations of musicians. Gordon R Dixon. He was born in November 1923 and he died in January 2001. His age was 77 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from severe asthma. Gordon R Dixon was a prolific science fiction writer celebrated for the Child Cycle and Dorsey series. His stories often fused action with philosophical themes and political intrigue. A key figure in 20th century sci-fi, he inspired readers with grand visions of future societies. Murray Adelman. He was born in October 1919 and he died in January 2001. His age was 81 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Murray Adelman was a prominent political theorist whose work explored how symbols and rhetoric shape public perception in politics. A professor at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, he wrote influential books on political manipulation and media farming, leaving a legacy in political communication studies. John G. Schmidt. He was born in August 1930 and he died in January 2001. His age was 70 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was prostate cancer. John G. Schmidt was a far-right conservative politician known for his controversial views and campaigns. He served in both the California State Senate and United States Congress. Though polarizing, he played a notable role in the American conservative movement. Byron DeBacwith. He was born in November 1920 and he died in January 2001. His age was 80 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart disease. Byron DeBacwith was a staunch segregationist who was convicted decades after murdering civil rights activist Medgar Evers. His case symbolized the long fight for justice in civil rights era. His 1994 conviction brought closure to one of the most infamous crimes of the movement. Gregory Corso. He was born in March 1930 and he died in January 2001. His age was 70 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was prostate cancer. Gregory Corso was a core member of the Beat generation, known for his intense and free-spirited poetry, a close associate of Allen Ginsberg and Jack Kerouac. Corso's work exuded rebellious energy and philosophical depth. His voice shaped post-war American literature. Adwin Arington. He was born in December 1924 and he died in January 2001. His age was 76 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart failure. Adwin Arington was an American writer, lawyer, and civil rights advocate. As president of Wesleyan University, he championed diversity and equality in education. He also led several financial and civil rights institutions, leaving a legacy of progressive leadership. Diane Whipple. She was born in January 1967 and she died in January 2001. Her age was 33 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was mauled by dogs. Diane Whipple was a talented athlete and lacrosse coach who became tragically known as the victim of a fatal dog mauling in San Francisco. Her death shocked the nation and led to landmark legal actions regarding pet ownership and criminal negligence. Joseph Ranshoff. He was born in July 1915 and he died in January 2001. His age was 85 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. Dr. Joseph Ranshoff was a pioneering neurosurgeon who helped develop trauma care techniques still used today. He consulted on the television show MASH and founded one of the nation's first trauma units. His innovations transformed modern neurosurgery and emergency medicine. Kurt Blafery. He was born in July 1943 and he died in January 2001. His age was 57 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was pancreatic cancer. Kurt Blafery was a Major League Baseball outfielder and first baseman who won AL Rookie of the Year honors in 1965. He played key roles in the Orioles championship teams and was known for his strong bat. After baseball, he struggled with health issues but remained a fan favorite. Tommy Agee. He was born in August 1942 and he died in January 2001. His age was 58 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. Tommy Agee was a star center field who made 2 legendary catches in the 1969 World Series, helping Mets secure their first championship. Known for his speed and defensive prowess, he played for several MLB teams and became a fan favorite for his clutch performances. Thanks for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Have a nice day.